It's my final day in Taiping today, so there's no cutting short the Heritage Trail today. Regardless of the weather, I've got to get it all done. And my first stop is this place. Not the most interesting of starts. It's the first post office in Malaysia, and it also had the first bank in Malaysia and the first safe in Malaysia. So there's three firsts right there. This is the Telegraph Museum now, and it used to be the Telegraph Office, and it's Malaysia's earliest colonial building, built in 1885. Well, this is the building that I saw yesterday, the Land and District Office. It was built in 1897. When I saw it yesterday, I was on the other side, so I couldn't find any information about it, which is why I thought it wasn't on the Heritage Trail. And I thought it was a bit strange that it wouldn't be, because it's a lovely old building. It looks like they're getting ready for some kind of night market or event on here tonight, maybe. This is the officers' mess, which was built in 1906 and was used by British officers for rest and relaxation. This is called the New Club. Now, despite its name, this was actually built in 1894, and it was built by members of the Taiping community who were not allowed to join the Perak Club. So in defiance, they built their own and called it the New Club, which meant that the Perak Club then became known as the Old Club. Cheeky buggers. And now we reach the All Saints Church, which was the first Anglican church to be consecrated in the Malay States in 1887. And apparently some of the gravestones make interesting reading, but like last time, it's all bloody locked up. Now we come across another first. It's the Perak Museum, which is the first museum in Malaysia, and some of the collections in here are over 100 years old. What a beautiful building. And this is one of the carriages of the first ever railway in Malaysia, the Perak State Railway. And believe it or not, this was actually built in Birmingham in England. Wow, check this out. The mining steam boiler, made in England. Just here is the Bedford model car, and as I was approaching it, I thought it must be some kind of ambulance used by the British, and it was used by an ambulance to transport victims during the Second World War, but its primary use was in the 1930s for propaganda or psychological warfare against the communists in Malaya. Bloody hell. Some old classic cars over here. Rolls Royce. The Rolls Royce Silver Cloud 111. And another one here, the Rolls Royce Phantom 6. Let's take a look inside. The location of Malaysia's first museum is in quite a historic part of the city, because bang opposite the museum we have Malaysia's first prison. And you can't go in because it's still actually a working prison. Check out this crocodile's bone. It's found in 1915. It's believed to be one of the biggest and longest in Malaysia. It's a nice little museum. It's the oldest museum in Malaysia and the oldest prison in Malaysia. This was built when the Chinese gangs who had immigrated here for the tin were at war with each other, and the state was pretty lawless, and so this jail was built. A lot of the town was built using the convicts from the prison. 1879 it was built. It made growing opposition to British rule and in response to rising crimes such as murder, robbery and piracy. The building of the prison also took place at a time when the British were getting more involved in the affairs of the country, chiefly to safeguard their own economic interests. The gang wars between the Gi Hin and the Hai San, which lasted for 12 years. The original prison could only accommodate 50 prisoners, and convicts have been executed by hanging in this prison. It is hoped that this forbidding structure will teach people that crime does not pay. Wow, and there's still people in there. Right, opposite the prison is Mom's Prison Corner. Some kind of restaurant. Let's go and grab some food. I've gone for some fish because it looks amazing. I don't know what fish it is, so it's 7 ringgit and just a little bit of veg on there, and this is probably some chili sauce which will be too spicy for me. But yeah, happy days. Well, it was pretty good, the food. Came to 9 ringgit, so under 2 quid for fish, some veg, and yeah, that was it. But it was really nice fish once I got the bones out. Now, I've got a 20-minute walk to, well, actually I'm not exactly sure what it is that I'm walking towards, but it's 20 minutes away. Just ahead of us is Bukit Larut, a hill station that used to be called Maxwell Hill. It was the first hill station that the British created in Malaysia. The idea of the hill stations was that it was much cooler. The British couldn't cope with this heat, so they built communities on top of these big hills so they could live in a much cooler temperature. In 1884, the British established a hill retreat within the tropical rainforest with bungalows, and most of them are still there today. It's 1,035 metres above sea level. I'm not doing it. Okay, so this is where we are here at the Land Rover station. You've got to take a Land Rover because to get all the way to the top, or at least the very furthest point, it's 14.5 kilometres. Bloody hell. And so we have huts on the way up, we have a tea garden, we have a waterfall, a temple. Wow. I've reached the Burmese pool, which is the furthest away I'm going to be walking. Doesn't seem to be anybody here. Apparently it's a popular place for locals to come and have a paddle and escape the heat. Not today with the looks of things. Maybe I spoke too soon. I was expecting it to just be a little place in the wood and, you know, but no, there's actually shops selling inflatables and all sorts. The Burmese pool gets its name from the Burmese soldiers who discovered it in the 1920s. And now it's a popular place for locals to come and chill out and escape the heat. See how cold it is. Oh, that's nice. These trousers that I've got on are absolutely soaked already, but they are getting thrown away. There's too many rips in them. Thing is, with these shoes that I bought in Georgetown, here me coming a bloody mile off. Here we are at the Taiping War Memorial, which is a burial site for soldiers who died during World War II. 866 graves. People from Australia, India, Malaysia, New Zealand, United Kingdom. And they're all organised according to religious beliefs. And it looks like you're not allowed in. So I'm guessing these would be one religion, the second religion over there, third and the fourth. can't make out any of the names because they're too far away. The ones I've just been looking at, I think, is where the English speaking soldiers were buried. I saw like a smith in there, but it's a little bit too far away. But these I can definitely tell is the Indian army. Let's see what these are over here. Yeah, Indian army. This sign over here says their name liveth forevermore. So 1937, this was built, the Coronation swimming pool. It's named Coronation after the coronation of King George, I think. And it's still open today. And what's unique about this swimming pool is it's fresh water. The water comes from a nearby river, I guess. The same river that supplies the Burmese pool. Now, I'm not sure whether you have to pay to get in here. I'm not going in here. I just want to have a look. It doesn't cost anything. Look at this. Not bad at all. I just bought myself a drink from the little shop that's outside the swimming baths. I thought it's probably going to be expensive in here with it being a swimming bath. I've never seen this one before. House Boom Cheers, grape flavour. Why we don't have grape flavoured drinks in the UK, I don't know. It was $1.50, so it was about half price of what you normally pay. And it's bloody lovely as well. Taiping Lake Gardens is one of the most popular destinations for visitors to Taiping. And you'll see why. It's very beautiful. And right at the northern entrance is a hotel, the Kajuara Inn. And it's seen better days. Why a hotel in such an amazing place would end up like this is anyone's guess. Don't know much about the history of this place. Don't know when it closed down. But it's all open. You can go and take a look. I'm guessing this would be the reception area on the ground floor. Let's see what we can find. Toilets. More toilets. Maybe this is one of the hotel rooms. Yeah, I guess this would be one of the rooms. Decent size. Nice wardrobe here to put your things in. And you've got your own toilet as well. This could have been a kitchen. Got 3 sinks. And this may have been one of those lifts where they send the meals upstairs. Does this lead anywhere? Yes, it does. Is it just more toilets? Yes, it is. More rooms. This one with a balcony. Found another staircase. Wow. Can you believe that the sign is still up? So we finally made it to Taiping Lake Gardens, the first public park in Malaysia. Another first for this city. There are a number of lakes in this park. I'm going to try and work out a route so that we get to see them all. I think this is the zigzag bridge then. Well, it's edging very close to 3 o'clock and there's a few darkish clouds creeping over the hill, but not like it was the last couple of days. Bloody hell. And it's actually the hottest part of the day. I've just had to put loads of sun cream on because it's blistering hot now. And what a lovely place to come for a stroll. Just look at this. Wow. Wow, look at that tree. All of a sudden, it's just got kind of dark. And I've just looked to see what time it is. 2 minutes past 3. So I reckon it's going to start bouncing it down with rain soon, and I'm right in the middle of the park. What the hell? I hope that's not loose. That sounds like 2 elephants mating. It's spotting. It's here. 3 o'clock. The Taiping rain. Well, right on cue. 3 o'clock. Absolutely belting it down with rain. I was just coming out of the park. There's one more thing that I definitely need to go and film because it's just unique and I have to get that on camera. But yeah, just opposite the exit to the park there's a place called Double Tap Cafe, and I realised I've not actually had a coffee all day, which is crazy. So I've stopped in here. Hopefully the rain won't be too long for a lovely Americano and a lemon cheesecake. The rain seems to be holding out for a while, although it is thunder and lightning. But I've come out to do this rain tree walk, which I do believe goes this way. Now, how do I get in? These trees were planted in 1898 and they line the streets of the Taiping Lake Gardens, which used to actually be a tin mine, believe it or not. And you can see the trees go from one side of the street and reach right across into the lake. Looks like this is a spot where people come to have wedding photos done. Lots of people having photos done in traditional Malay dress. Check this one out. Needs a bit of human intervention, this one. It's just crazy. I like how, even though there's a road here, they don't chop the tree down. The tree was here first. Lazy old tree. Look at that. Another first. This is the first jetty in the whole of Malaysia. It used to be the starting point for sport events. And this is the last one. The Persatuan Shuntak, an association which was formed to safeguard the welfare of immigrants from the Shuntak district in China. Now it looks like it's a restaurant. Hot pot restaurant. I was going to skip Taiping. I was going to go to Ipoh and then Kuala Lumpur. I was going to skip Cameron Highlands as well. Then I decided that I would come to Taiping because my memory of it was that it was actually a really cool city. I've done a lot more here this time, but it's absolutely blown me away. For some reason, when I was in Georgetown, after I decided I was going to come here, I really started looking forward to it. I started remembering a little bit more about the place and the things that we did here. And in fact, a lot of the things that we did here, I thought we'd done in Ipoh. So I've come back, I've spent 3 nights here, 2 full days. It's been wonderful hostel that I've stayed in. I've seen so much. I've done the whole of the Heritage Trail, seen more than I did last time, because last time we just walked past things and took photos of them without realising that you could actually go in. So yeah, this is my final night. I'm going to have a chilled out night tonight because I have an early start in the morning, a train to Ipoh. And if Ipoh ticks all the boxes that Taiping has ticked, then we're in for a good time. So after another 3 days and my second time in Taiping, I can absolutely say see you in Ipoh.